Huh.
Hey, sir. How are you?
Hello.
Good to see you. Feels like it's been a million years. We are live streaming at this point, just so you're aware.
I thought we were going to kind of rehearse first.
Yeah, we will, but it will be while we're streaming.
Okay.
It the stream is finicky. So, Dr. Bland, the stream has been kind of finicky, and so we're already streaming, just so you know.
That's nice.
You know, I'll go back afterwards and edit off this piece before we actually start.
Oh, okay.
But people could be viewing. We have 6 people viewing already on YouTube.
Really?
Good.
Okay. All righty. All right. Trying to figure out how to situate my little. Should the camera be below you or up above you?
I mean, should I? Oh, that's great right there. That's the
Okay, I'll
best
just-
angle you've ever had.
I'll just hold it in my hand like this the whole night. How's that?
Can you not set it on something? Your setting and lighting and everything there looks nice.
Dark. Trying to coordinate the students for ANET. So that's is that better?
That's nice.
That plant looks really weird back there, doesn't it?
Shift it just a little bit more to the side of the frame. Can you just push it over a little bit? Because I like the other thing that's on the wall back there, that artwork.
Oh, so I just take this out?
No, just move it. Oh, it's hiding something back there. There, wait, that's good right there.
Oh.
Now just shift it. Yeah, just a little bit. There you go. Now get back in front of your camera. Let's see what it looks like.
Okay.
Yep, that's great.
Is that great? All right. Good evening and welcome. I was watching something with the principal. Oh, we're streaming, aren't we? Never mind. Yet I have to behave myself. Okay. Yes. What do you mean, what teacher? You know, I'm just going to,
So, can I ask a question?
yes. Hold on a second, I'm looking up a teacher.
I would think that most of the time we just want to keep the
Oh,
live video.
Sorry, sorry, I gotta respond to principal real quick. Give me a second. Oh, darn it. Oh, hold on, let me just respond to this principal. Okay. Now, what'd you say?
I would think most of the time we will just keep the video on.
Oh, hey there.
I wanted to make
Okay.
sure you're okay.
We're good. We're streaming.
Sorry, you guys, I'm trying to, oh, the letter for the students from ANET. Kevin,
Yeah. Can we talk about it after the recognition meeting?
all right. So we're gonna have the name scroll and then we're gonna sing, introduce the, I'm trying to think of the best time for the graduates to all. So the graduates would all turn their audio or video on
I think that
after
they
we,
turned their video on right after the introduction of the board. Are you introducing the board?
yes,
Good. You have all their names?
after the national anthem, Dr. Bland will then say thank you and will now introduce the Board of Education. That's after the national anthem. And then we'll have the graduates to come on. Well, actually, I think the graduates probably should come on before that. Because
I think the graduates we should have them turn on their video as soon as they come in.
What do
And
you
that way
mean?
they can be able to welcome and everything.
Okay, so after we scroll their names, then we'll just have, that's what I have here. Okay. That's it. After all the names are scrolled, Dr. Bland will say, graduates, please turn on your video. Okay. Where are they? Where are the graduates? Let's see. Who's all here? Oh, we have people here. I can't see them though.
Well, right now it's just you and I, Jana,
Mr. Williams is
Frank.
here.
and
I just
and
texted
then
him.
it's Kirkland and Tanya providing tech support to help the board get in.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna send a reminder login. I love the summer graduations. Somebody else just logged in. Dr. Harris, Dr. Weller.
So
Hello.
Hello.
we are all streaming now, so just so you're aware, we're live on YouTube.
Okay.
Dr. Harris, did you see that part? You may now turn your.
Castles, yes. From right to left.
Got it. Oh, there's Iris. You all ready to sing tonight?
Yep.
Okay. There's Mr. Williams. Who's Marcy Gales?
I'm not sure. Marcy Gales, can you let us know who
That
you
is
are?
Ranye's mom.
Okay. Ranye. So it's Ranye using that as her, okay, login. All right. Awesome. Can we
So
can she show her
if we
video?
can, so Rania, can you rename your user to yourself so that we know that that's you?
We don't see you. Oh, there she is. Yay. That's awesome. I see somebody there. Who's that? Is that Promise?
That looks like Promise. Yep.
So we have Promise, Williams,
That's awesome. You got your cabin gown on and everything. That's great.
Ranye Jones. Where's Ranye?
Ranye is under her mom's name. Marcy Gales.
Is she?
So if you will, can you tell me the spelling and I'll rename her.
Okay. Ronyae Jones.
Okay.
Let's see, who else do we have? Mr. Williams, I just text you. Oh, okay, got it.
Now we can see you, Promise.
Oh, okay. We can't hear you. Your volume is muted, I think.
And with all that I am doing here, I can't pull up the list of graduates. Is Dylan another one of our graduates?
Yeah, Dylon Reid.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
Dylon?
yes. He's
Yes.
supposed to
So
join.
if one of you can kind of keep an eye on folks as they join so that we can rename if we need.
Okay, I can do that. Dylon Reid is on here. Yes.
Is he? Okay. Hey,
Mhm.
Dylan.
Okay. North. Did you rename Marcy Gales to Ronye Jones?
I did.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So make sure. Mark, you already, you know, names. Does that script make sense to you, what I shared?
Yep, all good.
Okay.
Just trying to check them off as they come in so I know who is here. What do you want me to do if they do not show up?
So we're only going to announce those that are here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, will they
And-
turn on their audio when I announce their name?
So we did say graduates, when your name is called, please turn your audio. Kevin can highlight them so they won't have to do that. He
Okay.
can be in control of highlighting each
So
graduate.
let's try doing that right now. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen.
Okay.
And, we'll go back here and then let me try. And actually, what I think I'll do is I will unpin you and go back to the gallery. And so then, so what I'll do is spotlight. So I just want to make sure that so that works. So I'll put the spotlight on whomever is speaking or on the graduate.
Okay. So when Dr. Well is going to say graduates, when your name is called, you will be highlighted. So when he says, and I have them in alphabetical order, Rula Anderson, McClure North, graduate.
So
Kevin, you
we
are-
have Bubbles just joined. Can you tell us who you really are?
Oh, I do see Bubbles. Okay. Let's see. So Bubbles doesn't have audio. Bubbles only has video. So Bubbles, can you show us who you are? I see you, I don't see you having audio capacity. Oh, there you are. Yeah. So Bubbles, can you share who you are?
Hi,
Hi, who?
Hi.
who-
Will you tell me who you are so that we can put your name in the list?
this is Ornitris Davis Ranyagama.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. So will Arnitris be joining up using your video?
She should be under her mother's. And so guests need to go on the YouTube.
Right. So,
So
you
what
have
do I need to do?
you'll need to go to the YouTube channel to be able to watch. Only the graduates are and the people are speaking are in this. Do you have the link to the YouTube channel?
No, I don't.
Do you have something there to jot it down so that I can just tell you and you can join that way?
Just a second.
Let me see if I see it.
Or if you can see the chat, I can put it in the chat.
I'm ready.
It's youtube.com/user/FFSD TV, like Ferguson Florissant School District TV.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Come back in if you can't get there and we'll help you.
Okay, thanks. Hello?
And so then, graduates, you can leave your video on, but if everyone else would turn your video off except when you are speaking or singing, that would be great.
Okay, so can we just do a quick walkthrough, like really fast, just so we can make sure we're, I'm trying to see, do I see any other graduates? And I don't yet. All right, so we'll start with me saying, welcome, thank you for joining us. Then we'll scroll the names, and Kevin, you'll play Pomp and Circumstance. And so I'll say, on behalf of the secondary team, thank you. And now presenting our graduates. And Kevin, that's when you'll start the music. And the names will all scroll. After all the names are scrolled, I'm going to say, graduates, please turn on your video. And so that's when you guys will turn your videos on, keep your audio off. And I'll say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the summer graduation ceremony 2020. Please make sure your video and audio please make sure your audio is muted in order to avoid distractions. Then I'll say parents and loved ones can join the graduation at the YouTube site. Will everyone give your attention to the national anthem sung by Ms. Iris McClendon, 2020 senior counselor for McClure High School. So Kevin, when she's singing, can they keep their video on? Is it okay? I don't know how that, if we want her to be on the larger screen. Kevin, can you hear me? Okay, maybe Kevin can't hear me.
Sorry, I was muted. Let me make sure. Can you hear this?
It's barely.
Let me bump that level up.
Can
Did you hear that?
I hear that.
Okay.
Yep.
And so then when Iris sings, I'll need to switch over. We'll need the flag up for the national anthem. So I'll share my screen and share the flag when she begins to sing.
Okay. So I said, will everyone give their attention to our American flag since we're not standing? Or what do you normally say?
Yeah, usually I would just say, please direct your attention to the flag. Or you could just say, you don't even need to do that. I'll just switch the video over. So just introduce Iris.
Okay. All right. So we'll now, the national anthem will be sung by Iris McClendon. Then after the national anthem, thank you. I will now introduce our Board of Education. Mr. Ebert, Director, Dr. Martin, Director, Mrs. Hoggs, Suzanne Hoggs, Leslie Suzanne Hoggs, Head Director, Mrs. Tiffany Bush, Assistant Secretary, Dr. Courtney Graves, Secretary.
You can just say Leslie Hogshead.
Okay. Dr. Sheila Powell, Vice
Someone
President.
13144. If you'll tell us who you are, we'll rename you in the.
Oh, yeah.
So whoever signed in as 13144, can you let us know who you are?
Ranye grandmother, Eloise King.
It's nice to see you or hear from you at least. Family members are going to be watching on YouTube. If I put the link in the chat, can you use that to open up a YouTube window on your computer there?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me put it in there, and then once you get into YouTube, if you'll exit the meeting, that way we'll be able to see the graduates and the speakers.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just a moment, and I'll put it in there. Thank you for being a part of this tonight. So that link is there now, so you should be able to use that to get to YouTube, so you can watch it.
Okay. All right. And so then Dr. Weller, I will introduce Dr. Weller. So no, then I'll say Dr. Blaine will then, Dr. Davis will have words of welcome to our graduates. So he'll speak. And then after he speaks, Dr. Thurman will also.
You're introducing Dr. Davis?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I would just say Dr. Davis would like to share a few words with the graduates.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
And then I'll say now Dr. Paulette Thurman, President of the Board of Education, will share words to our graduates. And then I would say Dr. Weller, instead of me having to introduce you, can you just come on and say, good evening, I'm Dr. Weller, after Dr. Thurman?
Yep.
Okay. Make sure your video is on when you. And then Dr. Weller will then say, I've had the, and he'll say, could Dr. Gerald, Mr. Williams, Principal at North, Dr. Harris, Senior Principal at McClure North, join me in recognizing our graduates. And then that's when you guys will call the graduates. And Kevin, you'll highlight when he calls their name, correct?
I will.
Okay, so graduates, when your name is called, you will be highlighted. So Dr. Weller, you'll say that, which is in there.
Dr. Blaine, how do we recognize the graduates?
So he's going to say Rula Anderson, and then Kevin's going to highlight the box of where she is. So that,
Okay.
So we'll need to have all the graduates with their video turned on at this point. So
they'll have their video turned on. So maybe Mark, can you remind the graduates to turn their videos on at the beginning?
All right. And do we just have the three right now? Ranye, Dylon, and Promise?
Yes, it looks like.
That is correct.
Okay, so Noah, and no Elijah.
Dr. Bruce.
Rula, is Rula here?
I called her. She didn't call me back.
Oh, Rula, okay. All right, so we have Ranye, Dylon, and Promise. Is that who we have? Anyone else? Okay. So Dr. Harris, you will then say, graduates, it's your time, Dr. Harris.
Mhm.
And then Dr. Weller will then ask Dr. Davis to come forward and make the declaration for our graduates. Dr. Davis will say, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the beginning graduating class of 2020. Congratulations. Then I will say, thank you for joining us and celebrating our 2020 summer graduates. And then Kevin, you will play the recessional.
Yes.
right.
So let me rename Mr. Ebert here. And then where does the yes.
Why can't I do that or change that? Why do you have to do that all the time? I can't do it on the meeting. I can do it on the other meeting.
Right. It's probably set that way in this account so that a participant, perhaps a student, might not be able to change their name.
Oh, okay. Just wondering. I try. I don't want you to think I don't try, so you don't have to do it all the time.
I don't mind. There's a couple other folks that I do that for as well. So
All right. All right. Well, I think, Kevin, do you have anything else for us, or you?
yeah, I need to just 1 second here to change this.
Okay.
And then and I'll need to also so the national anthem comes after the list of names and the music, is that correct?
Let's see. We scroll, pomp and circumstance is playing, scroll the names. And after that, names are scrolled. Graduates, please turn on your video. And then I say, yes, then I will say the national anthem. And now Iris McClendon, counselor at McClure North, will sing the national anthem.
Okay.
Do you need me to change anything?
Oh, just trying to multitask here.
Have the apple salad on top of it with the leftover from last night.
All right. Let's see if we have anyone else that has joined us. All right. Kevin, are we ready?
We're ready.
Hmm?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Should I begin, Kevin?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Good evening, and thank you for joining us as we celebrate our 2020 summer graduates. No class has ever had to deal with what the class of 2020 faced, and they persevered. And we were not going to allow a twin pandemic to get in the way of celebrating our graduates' success. John Lewis wrote the following before his death: "Let the spirit of peace, let the spirit of justice for all, and the power of everlasting love be your guide." On behalf of the secondary team, which includes Teresa Kasmark, counselor, Jennifer Mann, counselor, Iris McClendon, counselor, Dr. Anissa Harris, 2020 senior principal, Dr. Andrew Emmerich, 2020 senior principal, Susie Krish, summer counselor, Dr. Cedric Gerald, principal, Mr. Frank Williams, principal, and Dr. Mark Whaler. We are extremely proud of our 2020 summer graduates. And now presenting our graduates. Summer 2020 graduates, please turn on your videos at this time. I'm going to ask that you make sure your audio is muted in order to avoid distractions. Parents and loved ones, please remember you may join the graduation at www.youtube.ffsd.com. At this time, Iris McClendon, 2020 senior counselor at McClure High School, will be singing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
So, thank you, Iris McClendon, counselor at McClure High School. Very talented young lady. Thank you. I will now introduce the Board of Education. First, I have Mr. Scott Ebert, Director, Dr. Kevin Martin, Director, Mrs. Leslie Hogshead, Director, Mrs. Tiffany Bush, Assistant Secretary, Dr. Courtney Graves, Secretary, Dr. Sheila Powell-Walker, Vice President, and Dr. Donna Paulette Thurman, President. Also, Dr. Joseph Davis, Superintendent of the Ferguson-Florissant School District. I'm going to pause here just to make sure we are okay with video.
Everything's fine.
All right. At this time, I am going to ask Dr. Davis to share words to our graduates.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Bland, and to the school board, and certainly to all of our 2020 graduates. Good evening to all of you. I know this is not the ideal situation for traditional graduation. Ordinarily, we would at least be in the boardroom and celebrate you in person, topping it off with cake and punch and having a celebration as you enter the next best phase of your life. Trust me, the next 10 years of your life will define you for the rest of your life. So graduates, I challenge each of you to not look back on the past as it prepared you for this day. You had to call on the will deep inside of you to show up today to take your rightful place. You'll look back on this day 10 years from now, and perhaps you will say the words of my wise grandmother. She would say, "I'm so glad that trouble don't last always." She continued by saying, "He may not come when you call him, but he's always on time." In times of trouble, she said, "I find him to be a friend of mine." In times storm clouds rise, he's always there. And that every one of your burdens, he will help you to bear. And I carry her words of wisdom, love, and encouragement with me every day. In fact, I carry her spirit, which guides me. Remember, graduates, that this is your race that only you can run. Focus not on what could have been or should have been, yet turn your attention to what is, the here and the now. You are here now, graduating with your diploma. It is your ticket to a good life if you get on the right train with your ticket. So there are 4 quick things I'm going to leave with you. First, let your voice be tied to a higher voice, to be the loudest voice you hear and that you listen to, and I encourage you to follow it. Number 2, take care of your mind by educating it so that you can earn a decent, honest living, one you can look back on later in life and be proud of. 3, take care of your physical body and help the ones in your circle take care of theirs. Remember, health and happiness are bound together. And last, she would say, have no debt. Keep your bills low and your credit good. Like grandma would say, owe no man anything but love. I end by saying that you made it through a pandemic, through racism, and through so many other challenges. In fact, no one really knows what you've been through. But you know. Take heart and courage with you everywhere you go. And as you make life better for yourself, help someone else along the way. Then your living will not be in vain. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. And now we will have Dr. Paulette Thurman, President of the Board of Education.
I will say just amen to Dr. Davis's comments. And just a few notes for you, graduates. We're very proud of you. Tenacious. Webster defines tenacious as being persistent in maintaining, adhering to, or seeking something that's valued or desired. Here are some synonyms for tenacious: assured, dedicated, determined, firm, strong, positive, adamant, devoted, faithful, and relentless. Any of these words sound familiar to you? They should, because it took tenacious behavior for you to be here tonight. It would have been easier for you to give up when you didn't finish with your peers, but you stood firm. You hung in there. You focused on your goal to complete your high school diploma. And here you are tonight celebrating. Just as you're succeeding in accomplishing this phenomenal goal, you can use your tenacity to accomplish your future goals. You are primarily in charge of your future and what it can look like. Use your power to push through difficult times. Anticipate and plan your next steps. Do the work. Do the work. Do the work. Encourage yourselves, believe in yourselves, then reap the benefits of being tenacious. Now make sure that you thank your parents, thank your family and your friends for their support. Make sure you make good choices in the future. Be safe, stay safe and healthy. Make sure that you thank your higher power for helping you as you accomplish this goal. And I say to you, blessings to you all and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Davis, and thank you, Dr. Thurman. My name is Mark Weller. I'm the director of the Restoration Center. I've had the pleasure of working with both the high schools and our graduates. Dr. Gerald, Principal, McClure High School, Mr. Williams, Principal, McClure North High School, Dr. Harris, 2020 Senior Principal at McClure North. Please join me in recognizing our graduates. Graduates, please make sure that you do have your video on because you will be highlighted as your name is called, and we want you to be acknowledged. Ronye Jones, McClure North.
Principal,
Here.
high school.
Yeah.
Dr. Chris, 2020 senior principal at McClure North. Please join me in recognizing.
Yeah, I did.
Graduates, please make sure that you do have your video.
Rania, you can
as you will
go
be
ahead and turn yours off. Thank you. Congratulations. Next, we have Dylon Reid, McClure North.
All right. Yay.
All right, congratulations, Dylon. And last with us this evening, we have Promise Williams, McClure. Hey, Promise. Proud of you.
Yeah. Good job.
Awesome.
And now Dr. Harris.
I love this.
Congratulations to everyone. At this time, I want to see this. All the graduates, please turn your tassels from the right to the left.
All right, and at this time, I'd like to ask Dr. Davis to please come forward and make the declaration for our graduates.
Absolutely, absolutely. Graduates, I hope you're standing. By the power vested in me by the state of Missouri and by the Ferguson Florissant School Board, I now declare that you are high school graduates. Graduates, please turn your tassels. Congratulations.
Thank you for joining us and celebrating our 2020 summer graduates. So we can give them another virtual round of applause.
Yay. All right, is that it, Dr. Bland?
Well, that concludes our graduation. Thank you again for joining us.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody.